everybody, welcome to this episode of Salute the Shorts. And if you've never seen the show, I'm Brian,
And I'm Rod.
and we are two short film fans, two film fans, two horror movie fans. We also happen to be judges for a film festival, the Halloween and Palooza Film Festival in Ottumwa, Iowa. I attend quite a few film festivals, if I must say myself. I mean,
Ooh, look at me
Halloween,
and bougie.
yeah, Halloween of Palooza, Ottumwa International Film Festival, Snake Alley Film Festival in Burlington, Iowa. I'm a judge for the Chicago Horror Film Festival. This is my second year. It doesn't make me special at all. I just like film.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like sports too. So you get a double whammy on this one. This is Deer Basketball, Kobe Bryant. I don't know if there's other Deer basketballs.
As far as I know of.
Yeah, but this is a look through Kobe's career and his childhood and how it kind of shaped him into being, most importantly, a Laker, but a basketball legend.
Yeah. And this was brought to my attention from my pharmacy manager, David. Yeah, he's a huge Kobe fan. He has like several Kobe jerseys. He's got his phone. The background is Kobe. On the back, he's got like a Kobe sticker. He's got a keychain that was like in the emblem of Kobe Bryant's company that he had. It's just he's massive fan of Kobe Bryant. I've never met anybody who could tell me more information on that player than him.
And before LeBron James, Kobe was the person that people put up against Michael Jordan.
Yep.
Ever since I've known, it's always been Michael Jordan. Growing up near Chicago and Illinois, it's always been Michael, has always been the guy. And then Kobe came along, and there was some questions
Right.
from
Yeah.
fans. Is Kobe better than Michael? Is Michael? And then LeBron came along, and then now there's three people in that conversation. But Kobe
That's
was,
a whole different
yeah,
conversation.
that's a whole different conversation. And I feel like the Lakers had kind of fallen off for a while there, and then Shaq came along, and then Kobe came along, and there was a resurgence of the Lakers. So
Yeah.
he's important in that vein too. That he brought this story dynasty back from being irrelevant to being relevant again.
Yeah. And then this short is, yeah, he wrote it and he narrates it. It's directed by Glen Keane, but here's an interesting thing: the music is done by John Williams,
Wow.
the man who's done the music for Star Wars, Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones, so many wonderful things. So I was a little shocked by that. It has a runtime of, I don't know, I had 5 minutes 23 seconds, but I every time I went to YouTube, it was some different length, and then they throw in live footage of him. But
Yeah, when he was retiring, I watched it on Nikos Elite, Nikos Elite is where you shared the original length.
yeah,
And they must have played this, or maybe they didn't. They just had him there as he was walking out to retire. And if you are any kind of sports fan or watch or pay attention to the news, you know that we tragically lost Kobe Bryant in 20
2020.
yeah, 2020, January 26, 2020. He was 41 years old. He was actually born the same year I was, 1978.
Yep, and just a few months older than I am.
Yeah, so
Died in a helicopter crash. He was him and his daughter Gianna
mhm.
were of two of nine people who died in that crash.
Yeah, just
Um,
tragic.
yeah, I mean he had
Absolutely tragic.
and he had retired before then. I was going to go over some awards that this has won because it won a major award. People,
Okay. Oh,
I have something that's never been done before. It won an Award in 2018 for Best Animated Short Film. And some of the information I found on it said Kobe Bryant becomes the first African American to win the Academy Award for Best Animated Short Film. Additionally, he becomes the first former professional athlete to be nominated and to win an Oscar in any category. So
that's
that's a
yeah.
huge thing. And it's just a short that, he's talking about his love of basketball. And I don't I always cringe a little bit when people use this term, but this is absolutely what this is a love letter to basketball.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
nothing you can't say anything different. That's what it is.
yeah.
And it's a beautifully shot with the animation with it's just like a pencil animation.
Mhm.
I mean, I thought it was perfect. And then it just kind of shows Kobe growing up and, talking about how he's given his all to this game, which he really did. Um, some of the other awards that it won was an Annie Award in 2017 for Best Animated Short Subject. In the World Animation Celebration in 2017, it won Special Jury Award. So sounds like a fan choice. Sports Emmy Award. I didn't know there was those, but in 2018, Outstanding Post Produced Graphic Design and a Telly Award in 2018 for sports category, I guess. But
Yeah. For athletes, it's kinda different, I think, than you and I because I didn't start working in healthcare until I was 21. Kobe Bryant started playing basketball when he was a baby.
17,
Well, I
he
mean, he was a kid, though, growing up. You don't get that good at something without being 3 years old and rolling your socks up and shooting them, and 5 and 10 and 15, and he was 17 when he went.
yeah, when he
Yeah,
was drafted,
yeah.
he was the first guard drafted directly out of high school to he was drafted to the Charlotte Hornets originally. There was an inside deal between Charlotte and LA though to trade Divac, I think was his name, the
Vlade
player for
Divac, yeah.
yeah, to and then get Kobe. And eventually it happened. It almost did not happen because Vladdy was talking about retiring. And oh my god, just think about what would have happened if he would have been on Charlotte. I
Mhm.
mean, that would have been a complete different history for that team, and maybe they would still be around and be called the Hornets, but instead of was it Pelicans or something like that?
Yeah,
I
something
don't
like
know,
that.
but he was the 13th pick in 2006, I believe. Yeah, no, no, yeah, 2006 wasn't it, or 1996? My
Yeah, it
apologies.
was like 1996, yeah.
And then he was traded 10 days later to the Lakers, shooting guard for the LA Lakers from 1996 to 2016. So a 20-year career, which is it's long. I mean, and he didn't, I feel like Kobe didn't go out and was on injury all the time, like a certain individual I know in NBA that I won't be named. He started off wearing the number 8 and he did that for about 10 years in his career. And then he switched to the number 24. And there was a few reasons why. He always claimed that it was because he felt like he had matured in the game more. And but there was a player, Kevin Garnett, thought is that Kobe wanted to be 24 because it was one more than Michael Jordan's 23. So we'll probably never know, but it's still cool. And I always felt that he was a little cocky, but he was humble at the same time.
There was definitely mutual respect between Michael and Kobe. There was not
Yeah,
no hatred. There was a healthy rivalry between those 2.
and
And
I've seen
if you
clips. Have you
yeah,
seen clips of him and like when Michael came back to play with the Wizards
mhm,
and just he got
yeah,
Michael fell back because he knew Kobe was going to charge him,
yeah,
and they just kind of play it off. Kobe bring helps him up and they hug it out basically, and
yeah, and if you see clips of Michael at Kobe's memorial, you could tell he's heartbroken. He just
his bawled his
lost a
eyes out.
yeah, lost somebody that maybe was like a son to him, but, also, someone that he felt,
Kindred spirit.
yeah, a kindred spirit, that somebody that had that drive. Because there's not many people that, even if they're good at sports, pour the amount of life into basketball or any sport like Kobe and Michael. And you
Yeah,
can dislike LeBron, but
yeah, but he is.
he's another one of those that's poured his life into the sport. So,
And I've always felt Kobe made basketball into a science. He studied film.
Mhm.
He watched how players reacted. He always knew that if they if they moved their foot a certain way, they were going a certain way.
Mhm.
He it was just a beautiful thing that he did that brought him to that level. But some of his accolades, like in the sport, 5-time NBA champion, 5 times, 2-time NBA Finals MVP, NBA MVP in 2008. He was an 18-time NBA All-Star and 4 times in that as the MVP, and he won the NBA Slam Dunk Championship in 1997, so really early in his career. He played on Team USA twice, in 2008 in Beijing and 2012 in London, and got gold both times. And the last thing I have is he's currently number 4 on the all-time scoring leaders.
Mhm. Yeah,
So that amazing.
yeah, an all-time basketball legend. Just and do you know when Kobe's last game was?
I do not remember, no.
April 13th of 2016. So I'm not sure what I was doing 11 years ago, but it
Yeah,
was on my birthday that he played his last. And I don't know if that was
yeah.
his last regular season game or his last. It would have had to been regular season because I feel like are the playoffs? I don't know. I feel like the playoffs are a little later.
Depends on the season, it seems
Yeah,
like.
yeah. But yeah,
He's
and I
getting
think he had 61 points or something like that.
Yeah, I
Yeah, he
remember
had
that
yeah.
because he wanted the ball the whole
Mhm.
game.
Yeah, so if I knew then what I knew now, I would have not missed that game. So just a
Um,
as a parent seeing somebody pass that's so young with their child and they leave other children behind, it's a tragedy. It's heartbreaking, and
yeah, I think he had 3 other children.
yeah, thankfully the world we have all the film, all the interviews, and this beautiful short to salute to
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant.